Hey, I'm Joanna, Chadwick of the Wichita Eagle, and this is my coworker and cohort, Tony Adame. And we're from VarsityKansas.com and the Wichita Eagle, and we're recapping tonight's basketball games. It is Tuesday, February 10th, and I'm going to start off with talking about girls. I got to see the Andale girls play at May South. Andale was winning by 10 points here. Now, this is a team that's kind of struggled a bit. They went into that McPherson tournament, and they played really well, even though they got some losses. And then they lose to Winfield last week, which completely unexpected, and they're up by 10 against May South, and they have to go to overtime to win. So Brittany Meyer, she hit 4 threes, she had 18 points, but Andale's got to get together here if they're going to make a run for that state title. Eisenhower beats Andover Central, another game I did not expect to have happen there.
Huge upset.
Huge. I mean, Eisenhower doesn't even have a winning record. They won 58-50 in overtime, and we're talking this is the Andover Central team that upset Wichita South.
Yeah.
I mean, it goes back to that game every time.
I know. It's like that's... I wonder if it's almost a burden for them sometimes.
Well, it should no longer be a burden because they've lost to Mays by 18. Mm-hmm. They lost to a really good Mih team, and then now losing to Eisenhower game they should have won. Heston wins 48-40 over Lions. Heston girls, 29-game winning streak. Kaylee Richardson, 12 points, 14 rebounds, and that's a rematch of the Three state title game a year ago. So... tell you, if you're not watching girls basketball, you got a problem.
Speaking of girls basketball, City League tonight, I was at Bishop Carroll South, who is dominating, who has that one loss, the one weird loss now to Andover Central, dominated again tonight. They won 51-34. Kendrian Elliott, 17 points, 12 rebounds. She's a 6'2" junior center. Erica Mattingly, who we were just both talking about, who might be, maybe one of the best girls basketball players in the state, had 10 points, but it was interesting to watch her play because she really controls the game. She can handle the ball. Whenever Antoine Scales loves to run the clock out, that's when he puts the ball in her hands, and she'll just, she could dribble minute two off the clock. Other games, East beat West, 69-51. Heights beat North, and Cape beat Southeast. On the boys' side of the City League, I had a really good game. Carroll beat South. They were down by 9 points in midway through the third quarter. 11-0 run to end the third quarter, last 3 minutes. Connor Evans for Bishop Carroll is playing his best basketball at the right time right now. He had 16 points and 10 rebounds tonight and was like, he was kind of the one who, he coaches on the floor, he yells at his teammates when he has to, which is, not a great situation for a high school kid to be in, but I don't think he cares really. And Heights won, they beat North, East beat West, Cape beat Southeast. What it's shaping up as is everybody's behind East, and there's kind of this four-way battle for second place that they all are very aware of. That's between Heights, Cape, and Carroll and South. And they're all just kind of in that hunt, in that thick of things, really trying to, be that team that finishes second. And Heights, something interesting happened tonight. Joe Auer wins game number 300. He is one win away from tying Ron Allen for second on the all-time City League boys win list. And he's 318 is the Carl Taylor's mark, which is the all-time, which I expect Auer will probably get at some point next year. So congratulations to Joe. That's big for him. I know he probably wants to blow it off, but I think that it's a big win. It's a big thing for Heights High School.
All right, let's move on to the area boys basketball, and I, of course, was out at May South, which I already said. May South wins its 9th straight. It lost consecutive games, losing to Andover Central, where I saw them miss 18 three-pointers, and then losing to Wichita Heights at the Koch Arena for the ABCTL City League Challenge, and they win 53-47 over Andale. And, there are two different classes, and we don't really see these teams usually match up, but Andale's a really good team, and they've had some struggles of late, and struggling against in a loss to McPherson. They lost a surprising one to Winfield last.
Hey, live television, online.
That is hilarious.
We're back.
All right, and they lost a surprising one to Winfield, but they come out and they started off really well against May South. But May South, every time Andale would put a run together, May South stopped it. Cole Coster, who plays well when I'm there, just ask him. He wouldn't tell you that, but I'll tell you. He had 17 points. And Andover Central has a tough one against Eisenhower. Those two teams are kind of in a similar situation with where they are record-wise. And Andover Central loses Daraja Parnell, who fouls out, and yet they still get the 56-53 win. Cole Taylor, he had 8 of his 14 points in the final less than 2 minutes.
Surprised me that game was that close, actually, the Central Eisenhower game.
Their records are very similar, though. And Eisenhower kind of tumbled in its midseason tournament, but they played well there. You know, and Andover Central had an interesting thing with Jesse Herman, who is back after some illness, and so we hope that keeps continuing to get better. He taught today, and he did coach tonight, but I know he's glad to be there, but, you know, kind of a sobering situation there, too. But, all right, man, we were talking All-Metro. If you know who we should pick for All-Metro boys and girls, let us know. You can always reach him on Twitter.
At @T_Adame. Email me, tadame@wichitaeagle.com. I'm open to suggestions, as is my friend here. What's your email?
I am Chadwick at wichitaeagle.com, and also on Twitter at Joanna Chadwick. Thanks so much for watching our recap, and we will see you probably next week.